Hey, it's Brian Mudd. This is my cheat sheet for Monday, August 6th. Alright, so a new wave of healthcare apps are coming. As healthcare costs continue to balloon, and just going to a doctor's appointment can end up costing a couple $100, and that's just for meeting with the guy. And people going with higher deductibles, which means you have to eat a lot of that up front. More and more, we're looking to be able to self-diagnose and treat, which can be extremely dangerous because, well, there's a reason why they're doctors and professionals and we're not, right? But anyway, we are increasingly seeing not only a new wave of research towards app technology, but actually FDA approval on some of these treatments. For example, there's one that's out now. It's only for the iPhone, but it is likely they'll build it out for Droid and potentially other platforms. There's one that lets diabetics test their blood sugar. Literally, you can sit there, take a test strip, and put the strip on a device that plugs into your iPhone, and boom, it gives you your number. So anywhere you have your phone, you have those strips, you're good to go. It retails for as low as $70 in Walgreens. iTunes sells it directly, I believe, at $100. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are several others out there right now, including one that it comes with a little wristband that plugs into your phone that lets you test your blood pressure. You've got another one out there that will end up keeping up with your heart rate. There are several different devices that are in the works right now, but the big difference is that the FDA is actually taking a look at this app technology, so you can at least feel a little bit better about the self-diagnosing, self-testing, and I've got a complete list of several apps that are being developed right now on my physical cheat sheet. One of the things that probably would be wise to do is to review some of this technology with your doctor and see where it fits, but it could actually help you save money, and it could actually help your health, because where you have your phone on the go, you potentially would have access to information that could be valuable to you. This is like the real-life War of the Worlds. Now, I'm not talking about the alien phenomenon, but just the idea that something that might be interpreted as news and factual could end up affecting world events. It's happened yesterday. Reuters had their Twitter account hacked, and it was bound to happen somewhere along the way, and I guess we should be thankful as their Twitter account, because thankfully there aren't tens of millions of people that are following Reuters on Twitter right now. But for those that were, well, they received some interesting information yesterday. Information that in Syria, the rebels were being put down, that the Syrian government had resumed control. Now, think about the practical application. Even in the field here, let's say that you're fighting as part of the rebels in Syria, and suddenly word comes in real time that, hey, we're getting a series of news stories that's saying we're getting our butts kicked, and if we keep on, it's over. Well, you could end up changing your course of action in a battle based upon a fake news account out of Reuters, which leads you to wonder who was actually behind the hack attempt on Reuters yesterday that was successful. That's a whole other story. But you can see where this can go. What happens if our news media is hacked and false information is put out there that we believe to be credible because it's supposed to be coming from a legitimate news source? This is actually part of the reason that traditional media outlets, such as radio, were put under the Department of Homeland Security after 9/11 for fear that you could have terrorists or other ill-doers gain control of media outlets and use them for propaganda to confuse the masses. We got our first real taste ever of this yesterday. And thankfully, it was just in Syria. But leads you to wonder what's next. Car insurance rates. Here's something to consider before you move. We have never in our country's history seen such a difference between the cheapest car insurance and the most expensive. You ready for this? The difference is 522% between the cheapest and most expensive state. You heard me right. 522%. The cheapest car insurance rates right now, on average, are in North Carolina, where the average car to insure for a year is $860. The most expensive? Michigan, where it's nearly $4,500. Now think about this for a moment. Let's say you have two cars, right? And you're moving from North Carolina to Michigan. You just took on an additional $7,500 a year in car insurance costs. You probably didn't factor that into your cost of living and moving expenses, did you? So more so than ever before, it's really important that before you move from state to state, you actually consider the car insurance situation since there's so much divergence. By the way, Florida, we're towards the upper end of being expensive. I believe our rank was around 13, 14 at just under $2,000 per car per year on average. But so you can see we about split the difference from about half as expensive as where Michigan is. All right, and eBay Now. This is something I want to pass along real quick. This is a cool technology. eBay Now is a service that eBay is testing for local businesses in San Francisco as part of a beta that they could roll out nationwide. Remember how I was saying in past weeks that Amazon is opening up all these distribution facilities so they could give you same day or next day shipment when you buy something? eBay is now testing that for its business customers in the San Francisco area. Same day delivery for items that you buy online on eBay. And once they have worked out the kinks, this one's going nationwide. So that could be pretty cool too. That's the cheat sheet for today. Enjoy yours, and we'll see you tomorrow.